And welcome back to our live coverage of day 3 of practice at the Open Wheels 500-mile race presented by Mitchell Transmissions. Today's broadcast coverage is presented by the Majors Series. So happy to have Michael Lett and the Majors Series on board for this year's event as a partner on our broadcast. We got some good action going on track currently. Wilson Neto and Fábio Vianna working together, putting through some race trim runs. And while we have the chance, let's see if we can hop on board and ride around with Wilson at the moment. Onboard coverage presented courtesy of Mitchell Transmissions. And very interesting to view Wilson working behind Fábio. You see running right up to the back of his fellow countryman. Bit of a late entry for Neto as he works with Vianna taking the air off his front wing. You see a big moment there for Vianna. It gets loose once he gets on the curbing. Neto's going to tuck in behind him. That's a dangerous moment. You get deep into the corner there, get too low in the corner. At that point right there, you saw Wilson Neto. He didn't get low enough and had to back out of the throttle. Completely different beast when you're talking about running these cars in race trim and trying to navigate the 2.5 mile oval. Much easier for the trailing car Neto to get down to the bottom, down below the white line, when Vianna runs above the white line in front of him, but much tougher for the Brazilian driver to pull the car down there when Vianna kind of beats him down there. At that point you saw Neto again having to back out of the throttle on corner exit because not only did Vianna not get all the way down to the white line, Neto kind of followed him just in his identical tire tracks. And as we mentioned before, that takes the air off the front wing of these Indy cars and really creates a challenge as you run through the corner. Wilson right now, he's working his 11th lap of this fuel run. So the tires shouldn't be too bad just yet. Let's see how he does here in turn 1 this time. Much more predictable corner for Neto. Vianna early down to the bottom of the track. Neto with the late apex, and quite a moment through turn 2 for Vianna that time. Neto's going to draft up onto him again, tuck in behind, and it's one of those moments. It seems like Wilson Neto wanting to make sure he gets enough time in the draft and probably pay the favor back to Vianna later on. See nobody working out the back right now, just these two as they currently work their way around the IMS oval. Neto with the slowest time so far in practice. That's just because he's pretty much the only driver who has exclusively worked on race trim setup. He's the only driver not in the sub 40-second bracket. Looks like Vianna slowed down a bit once Wilson to head on by. We'll watch them try to sort that out over the next few laps.